let's get right to the line this morning, and we're going to be talking this morning with Kristen Koehler. Kristen is the Executive Director of IUP Lively Arts, and we get the chance to join her every now and again to talk about what's going on in the arts at IUP. Kristen, good morning to you.
Good morning, Todd.
It's good to have you with us. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Kristen, IUP Lively Arts here in the month of March. The semester still has some time to go, and you've still got some events to talk about, don't you?
Oh, certainly do. We are getting ready for our next Ovations show of Herman Lopez, and he's a brilliant young star of the Temple. And I wasn't sure what a temple was, but it looks like a ukulele, but it's a folk instrument. And he'll be on stage of Gorell Recital Hall this coming Wednesday, March 23rd at 8 o'clock with the guitarist Antonio Toledo. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to be a beautiful evening, Spanish flamenco, West African rhythms, and kind of a jazz feel. So even though it's island music, I don't know that we'll necessarily be putting on our leis and our Hawaiian shirts or Spanish shirts, but I think it's going to be a beautiful night.
Hey, why not? Why not, Kristen? Why not put on
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Why not go tropical here with Herman Lopez? Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah. And I wanted to, just while I'm mentioning the Ovation series, I wanted to let people know that we're doing single tickets this year. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily a subscription plan, but we do invite people who are interested in coming back to the Ovations productions to purchase single tickets for that. And a couple other announcements about Ovations. Wanted to let people know that masks are no longer required indoors, as was announced by the university not too long ago. But we do encourage people, if they'd prefer to wear those masks, they're welcome to do so. And would also like to send out a special thanks to our loyal sponsor and the preferred hotel of the Lively Arts, the Hilton Garden Inn, Indiana at IUP. We're grateful to be working with them again this year as one of our sponsors. And it really, I don't know if people realize this, but we couldn't really do what we do without the support of our sponsors. They make a huge difference, and we're just very grateful for their support.
Yeah. So Herman Lopez is coming. That's not the last of the Ovations concerts or events, is it?
It's not. We have two shows after that, and they're both in April. And the first show in April is on Friday, April 8th at 8 p.m., and that is a bunraku puppetry show. And bunraku is traditional Japanese puppetry, and I'm not sure if folks have ever seen it before, but bunraku puppets are about half scale of the size of regular people, and they'll be up on stage, and the puppeteers are behind them, and they'll be performing some traditional Japanese puppetry. So I think it'll be a good cultural experience, and we thank the Office of International Education and Office of Social Equity for helping us with this production.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be a wonderful evening. And then we'll be closing out the season on Thursday, April 21st at 8 p.m. with Push Physical Theater. And, a lot of people at first glance might look at it and say, well, this looks like dance. Well, it is more than dance. It's athleticism, it's acrobatics, it's artistry, and they kind of bust genres so they call themselves physical theater, and probably only one of 12 or 13 companies in the States that perform this way. But they were a season finalist on True TV's National Series Bake Off. And again, that's happening on Thursday, April 21st at 8 in Fisher Auditorium.
Mm-hmm. Where's the bunraku show again?
That is happening in Fisher, but we are considering another space to have a more intimate experience for folks, to get them a little closer. But as of right now, it's Fisher, but we will confirm the location a little later.
Okay, we've got time between now and then. And that's
Yeah.
the Ovation series, Kristen. Of course, the IUP Lively Arts is about much more than just Ovations, isn't it?
It sure is. I'd like to let people know about the next event coming to the University Museum, and that is coming in next week. And that's the 2022 MFA thesis exhibitions. And they are celebrating the creative accomplishments of 4 emerging artists who are completing their studies in the graduate program at IUP. And their works will be available for viewing in the University Museum, KIPP Gallery, and the Annex Gallery. And that'll be from March 26th through April 16th. And there will be a free public reception in all venues on Saturday, March 26th from 6 to 8 p.m.
There you go. There you go. That sounds wonderful.
And I'd like to make a couple plugs for a series that we're working with this year from the music department. We're very happy to be partnering with them to help present the Sims Fellow series. And, we also thank the Hilton Garden Inn for sponsoring this series as well. And the first event that is this semester in the Sims series is the Jim Self Residency, and that is a free chamber music concert. And I'd like to let people know that there is a new date and a new time that's listed on the website.
Okay.
And that is actually happening on March 29th at 6 p.m. in Gorel.
Okay.
So if they'd like to see that has a new date and time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And there's another Jim Self program coming up later, isn't there?
There is. That is happening, one second here.
I think it's the 30th of March.
Yeah. And, we invite people to take a look at our website. We have a bunch of events that are happening. And, also Theater by the Grove has some events coming up as well. And that is the next one for them. It's the New Works Festival. And that is happening Wednesday, March 6th through Sunday, April 10th. And the IUP Choral event is happening on Saturday, March 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So we invite people to take a look at our website, see what events we have coming up, and give us a call if they have any questions. The students are off for spring break this week, but we are in the office, the staff, and we're happy to help them if they need help purchasing tickets or just have any questions. We'd be happy to chat.
So that's iup.edu/livelyarts, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Or give us a call at 724-357-2787.
Mm-hmm. Kristen Koehler with us from IUP Lively Arts. Kristen, of course, it's not been easy the last couple of years. Here we are on the 2-year anniversary of the pandemic and what it did in any number of different formats and in terms of entertainment. Certainly that was something big that was affected by the pandemic. And so it's been a recovery process for you this year, hasn't it?
It has. And, I think a lot of other art series and venues are facing the same challenges. And it's really nice to have a really great group of fellow presenters in Pennsylvania who I can talk with and we can bounce ideas off each other. People need to have time to come back as they're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It was a scary time. But, I think that coming out and enjoying events together and enjoying the arts in whatever form you'd like it to take, I think it's a positive thing.
Absolutely, because especially when you consider not just the Ovations, which is, those are generally professionals who do it for a living, but the amount of work that students have put in to continue to chase their dreams through whatever expression of arts they use at IUP and through the Lively Arts. They are so deserving of our support for their perseverance and for their creativity and being able to pursue their art.
It really is, I'm very impressed with all the students that we have at IUP. This has been such a challenging time for them, and one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences. I was going to say opportunities. I guess in a way it is an opportunity to prove that you can make it through, but I'm really impressed with their strength and perseverance and their need to share and express themselves creatively.
Yeah, and let's pray that it is only once in a lifetime that they have to go through this.
I certainly hope so. I have a few more gray hairs since this started. I'll say that much. It's been challenging all around.
Sure. And meanwhile, I'm sure you're hoping for the future and looking ahead at things that might be on the schedule for the future at IUP Lively Arts, and that includes the Ovations series. When do you start that whole round of recruiting shows? And they used to put on the showcases where you could go and watch samples of shows and say, oh, I'm interested in bringing that show to IUP and things of that nature. Do they still do that?
Well, that's been something that some of them have gone online. There are some that have been doing showcases, but it's challenging with budgets and so forth to be able to do travel. But it certainly is possible to book a season by reputation, by seeing what's out there online, and hearing recommendations from fellow presenters and so forth. So I know we'll be able to find some really wonderful events for next year. Have been looking forward to putting a season together for next year as well.
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to do that once again. We used to be so thrilled about hearing the release of the schedule, which generally came in sometime around June, where we would hear what Broadway shows were going to be coming to Fisher Auditorium, what great artists would be here. You think of the number of really famous artists who have come here to Indiana thanks to IUP Lively Arts, and so if we could get back to that, that would be a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Well, we're here, and we've got some great artists, and we're excited about being a part of the College of Arts and Humanities and continuing that tradition and coming up with new traditions that help define us and, see us through some challenging times and come out even better on the other side.
You're right. IUP.edu/Lively Arts. Kristen, thanks for visiting with us.
Thanks for having me, Todd.
Have a great day.
You too. You too.